Midges, not as bad as I thought they'd be, but they're a pain. Doesn't help to have bare skin this time of year. Right, ladies and gents, I've decided to have a little bit of a camp out after this lockdown palaver, and it's first time I've actually been out for the night, and it's a camp out, but I'm not having a tent. I'm in a forest down on the way down towards Dogesli, and I'm going to spend the night in a big drainage pipe. I'm going to camp out in a drainage pipe. Over the years I've doshed in all sorts of places. The telephone boxes, portaloos, caves, barns, you name it, I've probably been there and done it. It's not all about tents. This time of year it'd be great just to camp out just with a sleeping bag, but I'd have to go much higher up. There's a mountain behind me over there. Top of that would be fine. No midges, no flies, no mosquitoes. But on this occasion I'm in this bit of a forest, and the forestry people, as they've been planting more and more land, when they come across a stream where they want to put a track, they put a big massive black plastic drainage pipe in, and they build a road over it where they're going to extract the timber at a later date. And they're bone dry, and I know of one. There's actually two side by side, but one's a bit more accessible than the other. Bone dry, and I'll show you that in a minute. And I'm gonna put me little self-inflating mattress in there. Got me pillow. It's the one comfort I like at my age. I find I sleep much better if I've got a decent pillow, and my sleeping bag. And I'm going to spend the night in this this pipe. No rain's expected, amazingly. We've had a couple of good downpours in the last few days. It's going to be quite warm. It shouldn't get down any less than about 15 degrees C, so that'd be good. And I'm going to set that up, and then before it goes dark I'm going to put some trail cameras out around this wood, and I'm going to collect them up early in the morning, a couple of hours after daylight. The off chance of picking something up. I have put trail cameras up here before. I have tried to film fallow deer which are in here. Not many of them, and I only ever managed to snap one frame of the back end of one. I've not got any on footage. Plenty of signs, there's droppings everywhere, footprints, but I've yet to see one, and say I've never picked one up on the camera. So behind me is, I'll just lift this camera up, behind me is a track that goes right through this wood, and I'm going to put a few cameras out along its length. It's nearly 3 miles long, this track. It's a nice goodly sized piece of forestry. So I'm going to do that before it goes dark, and then I'll wait a couple of hours after daylight in the morning, about 6 o'clock, and I'll have a brew up, and then I'll go and retrieve my cameras, and we'll see what there is to see, if anything. But nonetheless, the point of the exercise tonight is to basically doss out in an unusual form of accommodation for the night. So I'll just take it over to that now. There used to be one here until I don't know, about 6 months ago, and the forestry people came along. It had been here a long time. You see, it had totally killed the vegetation underneath, and they sawed off a piece, and that's the sort of pipe I'm talking about. It's well big enough to crawl into, and the one I'm going into is over there. I'll just walk over. I wouldn't mind being on the top of the mountain over there tonight. It's going to be a nice sunset. And this is the pipe. I think it's about 14 meters long. I'm only saying that because when I looked at the front before, there was some marker on it. Seems to suggest it was 14 meters. So that's about 30 feet, I suppose. 14, no, more than that. Now, I'm not going to go in this end, but if I do that, you can see it goes to the other end. There's a slight incline on it. So providing it doesn't rain tonight, I won't get wet. But I'm going to actually put a piece of ground sheet over this end to keep the rain off, just in case it does. Otherwise, it'll make things a little bit uncomfortable. If I come out now and my footing. I'm going to, what have we got here? That bit of ground sheet there, I'm going to put on the bed of the pipe. The green one I'm going to put over the front end, as I've just mentioned there. That's my blow up mattress, and I've got my other bits and pieces in there. A little camping stove with me for a brew up. I'm not going to have a fry up in the morning. I'm just going to have cereal. I brought some milk, and there's a little pool over there that should keep me milk cold. And let's see what we got here now. There's the second pipe, and that's some sort of ring that they connect them with. They join them together. See, there's a thing there that says 14. I think it's 14 meters. There's the other end of it. So now I'm going to get rid of these stones. It'll take a few minutes, and then I'll put that little sheet down, mattress on top, pillow out, sleeping bag on, and then I'm all ready for later. Hopefully the midges won't find me either. So we'll crack on. Right. That's me set up now. Just got to put the pillow in and cover up the top end in case it rains. It should be okay there. I pulled it in a couple of feet. There's a lot of midges around the outside now. If you get a bit of a problem, I'll go further in. Midges, of course, home in on your CO2, what you exhale. That's what attracts them to you. Pain in the ass. But there we go. That's everything in there for now. All the cooking stuff's outside. And pillow, sleeping bag, mat, and just a little protective ground sheet there. It should be okay. As I say, if the midges get a bit much, I'll go in a couple of feet more. And we'll take it from there. So I'll just go and put some trail cameras out now. The little tarp's not quite big enough to cover the hole, but it's good enough. Put a rock on top to secure it. A few branches around it. I'm not expecting anyone in this forest tonight. And even then, as they walk past, they've got to notice it to have a mooch. So it'll be dark in about 2.5 hours. So I've got to crack on. The sun's starting to fade now. Shadows appearing all over the place. It goes behind the trees. Stick's always handy for stirring a tea bag. Hot that. Midges aren't so bad now. Bit of a blessing. They seem to move out of the trees as it gets darker. And the road over there, where the pipe is I'm going to sleep in, with its light there, it's infested with them at the moment. Almost bedtime. It's there's the faintest trace of light at the far end now. It's 10 past 10 now, and another 30 minutes it'll be quite dark. I'll sort that bed out now, get myself in it, and see if I can get a bit of a kip. Well, there's a spooky sight. Ooh. It's quite warm in here. No wind outside now. Very still. A bit finicky getting in here. It's been okay. It's quite eerily dark when this little light goes off. Yeah. A bit better. Alright, so I'm going to try and get a bit of a snooze now. Echo. My voice echoing in here. Yeah, I'm about, let's see, where's my head? Where my head is about 10 feet into this pipe. I'm 6 feet tall, and there's about 4 feet to the end. So, it's not too bad. If it was raining heavy now, and I got going another 3 or 4 feet, and it'd be brilliant. It might be a bit loud if it rained heavy, because this is the sort of material that might increase the sound. I don't think it'd be as bad as a tin roof, but if it rained heavy, it would probably disrupt your sleep. But you would be dry. And that's always a bonus. Yeah. And if it did rain tonight, at least I wouldn't have a wet tent to pack away and then dry it out when I get home. Yeah. So up to now, this was quite good. Let's say I've got no phone signal here anyway. It's well out in the sticks. I don't want to move about too much. There are a couple of places I noticed earlier where text came through, but it's a good about a third of a mile from here, and I would be interfering with a couple of cameras I've got out to find that spot again. And by now, this dusk now, it's imagine if there is anything in this woods moving about, it'll have started moving about by now, so I don't want to disturb them. It starts going light at 4. I'll get up about 5:45 maybe, and make a brew, and then I'll go and collect in my cameras and see what there is to see. So I'll sign off for the time being, and we'll see what the night brings. So, no start. Well, there was home last night. I'm going to collect all my stuff now and start packing it away. It's just after 7 o'clock, and I'll potter about for a couple of hours more, and then I'll make my way out of Forest.